Today, we're not just going to do a book report on the richest man in Babylon. No, we're going to use this absolute classic to do something way more important. We're going to use it to basically debug and upgrade your entire financial operating system.
But that brings up the big question, right? It's the one that hangs over every single finance book you've ever picked up. The ideas seem almost ridiculously simple. So why isn't everyone rich? Why do most people struggle with money their whole lives? We're going to get to the bottom of that today.
You know, the reason this book, which is almost 100 years old, still hits so hard is that it's not selling some secret trick. There's no loophole. All it does is hold up a giant mirror to our own habits, our own psychology, and it forces us to look at the real reason our bank accounts aren't growing. It's a little uncomfortable, yeah, but it's the truth, and it's the only one that's going to set you free.
So the heart of the book really boils down to what it calls the 7 cures for a lean purse. These are timeless lessons, all wrapped up in these simple stories from ancient Babylon. But don't let the simplicity fool you. These aren't just tips. They're basically the laws of physics for personal finance.
And this is the big one. The absolute non-negotiable, must-do first principle. Pay yourself first. Before you pay your rent, before you buy groceries, before your Netflix bill even hits, a piece of every dollar that comes into your life belongs to future you. That part is yours to keep, period.
And this right here, this is the total mind flip that separates the wealthy from everyone else. See, most people spend all month and then hope there's something left to save. It's an afterthought. People with a wealth mindset do the complete opposite. Saving is the first and most important bill they pay. It's a total reversal of priorities.
Okay, and here's the cure number 2, and is where a lot of people get tripped up. You've got to control your spending. But pay attention to how the book says it. It doesn't just say stop spending. It says to budget for your necessities, your enjoyments, and your worthwhile desires.
So let's be super clear here. This isn't about eating ramen noodles for the rest of your life and never having fun again. Not at all. It's about being intentional. It's about making a plan for your money that includes fun stuff, that includes things you enjoy, but doing it inside that 90% you have left over. It's the massive difference between deprivation and discipline.
So once you've got that down, the other rules start to click into place. Making your gold multiply just means your savings can't just sit in a checking account. It needs to be an army of little money soldiers out there working 24/7 to make you more money. Guarding your treasures is all about playing the long game, avoiding those shiny get-rich-quick traps, and maybe the most powerful of all, increasing your ability to earn. That's the ultimate cheat code that makes all the other rules so much more powerful.
Okay, so the rules are dead simple, right? Pay yourself first, spend less than you earn, invest the rest. We've all heard this a million times. But if we know the answer, why is it so hard to actually do? And that, my friends, gets us to the real enemy here.
It feels so hard because knowing the rules of the game is completely different from playing it on the field. The reason it feels like a constant uphill struggle is because it is a struggle. You are literally fighting a war for your financial future every single day.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. You're fighting this war on 2 fronts. On the outside, you've got the modern Babylon, a multi-trillion-dollar industry whose only job is to make you feel like you're not enough and that buying their thing is the answer. And then, on the inside, you're fighting your own caveman brain, a brain that evolved over 200,000 years to crave that instant cookie right now, not some abstract retirement fund in 40 years.
So I want you to hear this loud and clear. If you've struggled with money, it doesn't mean you're lazy or weak or bad. It just means you're human. You're a human fighting a system designed to make you fail. Now, that's not an excuse to give up, but it is the reality of the battlefield. And once you see the battlefield clearly, you can start to draw up a real plan to win.
All right, so we know the enemy. Now, how do we actually win this thing? We don't need some complicated 50-step plan. We just need a simple, powerful battle plan, a modern take on this ancient wisdom. And here it is, your 3-step blueprint for success. We're going to focus on 3 moves that make the biggest difference, starting with one that takes your flawed human willpower completely out of the picture.
This is your first mission, and it is absolutely non-negotiable. Sometime in the next 24 hours, you're going to automate your savings. You're going to log into your bank, set up an automatic transfer for 10% of your paycheck, and schedule it for the day right after you get paid. Done. That's it. You have now officially outsourced your discipline to a machine that never gets tired, never gets tempted, and never forgets. This is the single most powerful financial habit you can ever build. All right, step 2, this is where we pour gasoline on the fire. We focus on amplifying your earnings. I mean, just look at this chart. Saving 10% is awesome, but 10% of a little is, well, it's a little. 10% of a lot is a lot. So your mission for the next 90 days isn't about pinching pennies, it's about investing in yourself. Learn a new skill, get a certification, something that increases your income. That's how you turn $5,000 a year into $15,000 a year, just like that.
And finally, step 3. You have to build a fortress around your mind. You need to create your own wise counsel. And what that means is for the next 90 days, you're going to be really intentional about what you let into your brain. For every hour of Netflix or mindless scrolling, you're going to invest 30 minutes in quality financial education. Read a solid book, listen to a smart podcast, and please, for the love of all that is good, never, ever take serious financial advice from a 30-second TikTok video. You are protecting your greatest asset from all the noise.
So, why? Why go through all this trouble? Building systems, fighting your own brain, learning new skills? What's the real prize at the finish line?
Because the real goal here, it's not just about a big number in your bank account. It's about freedom. It's about peace of mind. It's about that incredible feeling you get when you wake up in the morning and you are the master of your money, not its anxious, terrified slave.
This is what that freedom actually looks like in real life. True wealth is the power to say no to a job you hate. It's the power to handle a medical emergency without panicking, the power to be generous, the power to simply choose the life you want to live. That is the ultimate reward.
So there it is. The path is clear. The blueprint is right here, in your hands. The ancient wisdom is now a modern battle plan. The only question left is the one that only you can answer. In that daily fight between what your caveman brain wants right now and what your future self desperately needs, which one are you going to choose?